so I found an out-of-date tin of kidney beans in my cupboard yesterday. As you can see here, April 2025, we're now in June, we're nearly in July, and I just hate food waste. And I did actually still eat them. I had a few of them yesterday, put the rest in the fridge, and like, if I felt a bit rough today, I'd be going in the bin, but I feel fine. So we're gonna get through those. But it was just a bit of a wake-up call for me that food waste isn't just about the produce you let go off, it's also about the tins in your cupboard. So today I am making a start on Project Pantry. I live in a house share in London, so it's more Project Cupboard, but that's not alliterative, so we're going with Project Pantry. I love the name of it. I recently started a Project Pan series, which is going through all my beauty products, and a couple of people mentioned Project Pantry, and I was thinking about it, but I was like, I don't have a pantry, it won't work. But like I say, yesterday kind of made me realise that even though this is all I've got, it still needs a bit of effort put into it. So this is gonna be a bit of a like what I eat in a week vlog where we're kind of going through eating what's in my cupboard, mixed with some fresh produce like veg and fruit. I've just come back from holiday and I got my veg box through, so we'll unbox that as well in a bit. But yeah, I'm really keen to get through what I've got in here. 1, it's gonna help me save money. 2, it's gonna help me prevent food waste. And 3, I would just love to get this a bit more organised. And 4, I've actually been sent some really lovely goodies by brands in the post lately, which would be great in my cupboard if there were space. So it's all up in my room right now and just like under the bed, and that's like way too much food to have. So we're gonna work through the system, we're gonna get through everything, and we're gonna have a good time doing it. It's a shame, because in a perfect world I'd have a pantry and this would actually be a lot more spread out and I wouldn't forget about things in the back. But this is all I got, and I'm working with my life. I say this is all I've got. I do have a few other things dotted around the kitchen, like some porridge and powders and stuff up here. And some stuff I just don't use as much as I'd like to. I've not really gotten in the routine of using like the healthy powders you buy. Like you're like, oh yeah, I want to do well for my gut health, and then you never get around to using them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do in this challenge. We're gonna kind of go through what we have before we buy new things. So yeah, I'm gonna empty that out, do a stock take. Gonna put everything that's like close to expiring or like nearly finished at the front, and then work on from there. But first, I'm hungry, I'm gonna have breakfast. I was gonna go for porridge this morning, but when I got to my bag of frozen berries, basically I don't like the strawberries in my porridge, but there've been a lot of strawberries stocked up, and I was like saving them for a smoothie, so I think it's time to use them up and put them in a smoothie. Oh God, it's gonna take a bit of blending. Oh, I've had this forever, and I was just checking the use by date, best before July 2025, so we are going through this. It's nearly empty, there's not much left in it. But, well, there's enough. So let's put in 2 scoops. There we go. Bit of water too. Oh no, can't even fit this down. There we go. Ta-da! Very cold, very nice. Also the other week I ran out of chia seeds and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy more. I'm loving chia seeds. I like them in the summer and making like a little chilled chia pudding for breakfast. And then I couldn't find any in Sainsbury's. And it's a big Sainsbury's. I know they're gonna be there somewhere, but sometimes it's so big and you're like, you don't know what part of the store it's gonna be in. So I was just driving myself crazy and I was like, whatever, that can be a battle for another day. And then a few days later, I was like looking for something else in my cupboard and I came past a bag of chia seeds and I was like, oh God. So I did have chia seeds. And it's just stuff like that. It's really annoying when you're like thinking you're out with something that you actually have. I don't think that's necessarily me being careless or anything. It's just, it's difficult to only live out of one cupboard. I think I also have some really old all plant smoothies in my freezer, so I'll get onto them soon. I think this might end up being a multi-part challenge because I'm not getting this all done in like the next few days. But as soon as I start filming it for you guys, I'm held accountable. Yeah, I'd be keen to know from you guys like what the state of your cupboard slash shelf slash pantry is like. Do you feel like you've got too much food? Do you feel like you struggle to keep up with what's in date and what's going off? Do you have a system? Do you have a system that I could steal that would help? Like, do you put all the new stuff at the back or something? I feel like this came at the right time. If I did this a few months later, I'd probably have binned that protein powder. There wasn't much left, and I don't really know how you know if protein powder's gone off. But now we're just gonna be having a lot of protein next week or so. Oh, brain freeze. So apparently my Vigo is out of date, which has really shocked me. What date have I got on here? Where did I just see it? Oh yeah, May 2025, so not much out of date, and it looks fine, it smells fine. So, oh, I'm gonna have to use that up fast. What a shame. I keep my butter in the cupboard, which I know is controversial. We're not gonna argue about that. Sorry, we're starting off with the dips and stuff. This one's still got ages left, 2027. But I might put it towards the front of the cupboard. I think I keep forgetting about it, and it's really good for salad dressing. I particularly like it with sweet potato. And then we've got a cashew butter here, which I feel like I might have had for too long. We've got till the end of the year, but I think I'll put this towards the front and start using it in like smoothies and stuff, or porridge. And then we've got the powders, the seasoning sort of thing. So I've got gravy, April 2026, that's fine. I've got my stock powder, this is quite new, so I'm hoping it's still got a while. Yeah, April 2026. This, oh, there is still quite a bit left in it. What's the date on that? Jan 2026. And then I got breadcrumbs. Oh no! On the one hand, they're pretty out of date, but on the other hand, they're breadcrumbs. Definitely used these this year and they've been fine. I think I'm gonna keep them, but I'll use with caution. And they will get to go at the front of the cupboard, so I'm gonna keep them separately. Everything that goes to the front of the cupboard is gonna get kept separate, so breadcrumbs and chocolate spread. Then we've got the oils, I'm very confident in them, but this one was gifted. It's a really nice chili oil, but I don't really reach for it much. I've had it a while and look, it's not really going down, so I'm actually just going to keep that out here by the hob so anyone can use it, because yeah, it's nice and I want it to get used, and I'm sure I'll use it once in a blue moon, but the joy can be shared on this one. I've got some olive oil, that was pretty new. I go through olive oil so fast. Sesame oil for when I'm making like stir-fried rice or noodles or stuff. Black truffle oil, I pretty much use this for risotto, and then coconut oil, which I use for like pancakes and granola and stuff. It's out of date, but it's doing fine. I don't know, if anyone's concerned for my health on some of the stuff I'm choosing to keep, let me know and I'll reevaluate my decisions. But I know I've used this as well this year and I've not had any issues. And yeah, I've got some coffee as well, which is fine. Over here, I've got like kind of like the nuts and like, I don't know, like the nutritional add-ons. So I've got these dates. These are from Palestine. You can get them in Oxfam, so I really recommend these. I think that's the end of August 2025, so I'm gonna put these towards the front as well. I like them a lot in smoothies, but more in the winter. I like them with like cinnamon and dates and tahini, so good. So I might make some of those on a colder day, but generally I reckon they're gonna go in smoothies, like a banana smoothie. Love dates. Got some cocoa nibs. November 2025. I've got to start getting through these. I hope these are fine because I decanted them a long time ago, but these are like sultans and I put them in like couscous and stuff like that. Desiccated coconut from I think 2022. I don't like the look of this, I'm going to be honest, so I think this one is going to the graveyard. Pine nuts, July 2025, okay. To the front of the cupboard. I've got a red wine stock, which I'm sure is fine. This I got off the Eurostar earlier this year. Oh, what? March? Oh. These chia seeds say April 2024, but I think I'll be fine with these, just because I haven't been opened or anything. I'm gonna give it a Google. Online tells me to give them like a bit of a taste test, so I'm not gonna put this like straight into a big meal and hope for the best. I'm gonna open it when I'm ready to use them and isolate a little bit of it, taste test it, and then figure it out. And I saved this empty jar to put my chia seeds in, so I'm gonna keep them together. My walnuts have a while, but like these almonds I've had in here for forever. I'm gonna be honest, I really thought like nuts and stuff like this just last forever. There are a lot of things here which I did not expect to go off. They taste fine. Not the freshest nuts, but they don't taste rancid or anything. Okay, front of the cupboard. Almonds are my go-to snack. Now, if I end up feeling sick later, I'm really gonna be going over this footage. Yeah, my walnut's fine, then I've got a little bit of paracetamol here. Okay, now I've got stuff like couscous, pastas, rice, etc. And I really want to slim this down. I love having the variety of it all, but it takes up so much space. So the couscous I generally decant into here just because I found this bag, especially when it was really full, a bit of a nightmare, but I think once I'm done with this, I can just work from the bag. And there is tons of time left on this. So I've just remembered not everyone watches videos as soon as they go live. So for reference, it is the end of June 2025 right now. My soy protein mince goes out of date later on this year, so I'm gonna use this a lot more. Oh, I've had this rice so long that the date's rubbed off. I reckon that was the 2024. I hear horror stories about rice, so I think sadly this one's gonna be kicked out. I feel like I remember I've had that forever though. So that's also in my mind there. I'm very concerned about how long that had. But I feel feel awful. Fusilli is good till 2025. This I only got recently, 2027. Risotto rice, I go through that so much, I know it's gonna be fine. Spaghetti, 2027. And then these I got gifted and I just did not know what to do with. So are they still in date? No, but they are still sealed. So I think they actually could be fine. I think they'll be okay. So I'm gonna cautiously move forward with these, but I need to learn a recipe. I have no idea what to do with them. Same with these ground almonds. They definitely went out of date in 2024, but I think this will also be fine because it's still sealed. I just need to figure out what to make. Apparently, once you open maple syrup, you're meant to refrigerate and use within 4 weeks. I'm gonna use that till it ends. And this is some vegan honey I got given last year from the vegan sanctuary, and I think that one will be fine as well. I'm gonna try and use up that. I think that's gonna go first, and then I'll move on to the honey. And then I got some sauces and soup. Oh, this one is 2024 and I don't know how I feel about that with sauce. I can't tell if it's open, so let's give this a taste test. If it's already opened, we're not keeping it. I think that just popped though, I think. So we're tasting it. If it tastes fine, which it does, we've got to use it up. What else we got? We've got this one from Holmes & Barrett, 2026, soup. 2026, which is good. I didn't want to rush into this. We're like, it's hot at the moment. My ketchup is basically out, but there is one more squeeze left in here and I'm gonna get it. And then cream coconut, which is good till 28. I bought this recently, and as I was like walking out of the store, I started wondering whether or not this was an ethical brand. So I'm gonna have to look into my coconuts because I know some are a bit unethical, some use monkeys. So I just want to double check which brands I'm happy buying from. Uncertain about this one currently, and sorry if I've done wrong. I'll try and leave some details down below, I guess, of what would be a good one. I'm really upset that we've had some food waste, but there's some stuff here that is just a bit out of date and that's open and I don't really want a chance. So we've got the coconut. These were so good. And I don't know why I didn't finish them. I think I was just, you know when you have like a really nice perfume or face mask or something and you just don't use it up because you're waiting for the right occasion and then you let it go off. I think that's what's happened here. It's actually like, that looks like it's full pack. I use so much of it. Oh, they might, they went out of date like a year ago. I think I'm gonna have to chuck them, but they are actually so good. So I'm really upset with myself over this one. Then you've got the rice. I've got these, which are really out of date as well. And they're chili and lime cashews, which I'm feeling, I don't know. No, it's too long, too long. And then there's oat milk. Oh, do you know what? I'll keep hold of this and then I can just taste test it whenever I'm gonna use it. But yeah, this challenge has really shown me that even with like a small cupboard and someone who I think is actually really conscious of food waste, it still happens. And so good to do a little like pantry detox every now and again and just take stock, push stuff to the forward that needs the attention, because I don't want my stuff going out of date. I don't want to waste food. I'm wasting money, I'm wasting resources. It's just sad. And it's pretty embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not feeling proud of myself right now. Found this little sticker too. I'm gonna put it on this little tin. Much better. Let's look into the veg box whilst we're here. I've got to unpack it anyway. I use Oddbox. Basically a few months ago someone asked me like, oh, do you care about eating seasonally? And I'm like, I do care, but I don't know enough about it. And I have tried like sporadically over the years to get a bit more in tune with eating seasonally, but it changes all the time and it's just it's really hard to do in the supermarket. So many things are available to buy all year round, like strawberries in the winter and stuff like that. I feel like long ago basically you could go into a supermarket and what would be in season is on the shelf, and that's not the case anymore. So it's really hard to get in tune with what's in season when everything's always available, right? So I wanted to get a veg box, one to help me eat more veg, two to help with food waste. And Oddbox basically gets like local-ish foods. It's not always all from like the UK. Like there's stuff in here from the UK a lot. But there's also stuff from South Africa and Peru because there were too many or the food's too odd or something. So they always give you a little breakdown. Mushrooms are from Ireland/the UK because there were too many. Aubergine from the UK, too odd, too many. I don't know what's odd about this one. This one looks so good. I love aubergine. I think it's my favorite vegetable. I've got a courgette as well. You can also put like no on some vegetables, so like they know not to send me parsnips because I don't really like parsnips. Courgettes from the UK, there was too many and it's too odd, even though I think it's a hefty little cutie. Oh, the aubergine top fell off. Oh, well. Apples, potatoes. I don't like the avocados they send, they're always too hard. But generally, I love how it encourages me to eat healthy and seasonally. So my kidney beans were pretty okay yesterday, but I do want to use them up a bit fast. So we're going to make a light kidney bean salad. Yeah, that's better. Let's use a bit of this dressing. Yum. What a lovely, quick and easy clear the fridge meal. So I've got watercress, kidney beans and sweet corn with the tangy sauce on one side. And just couscous with stock and sultanas on the other. I'd love a scoop of hummus here. I might go out and buy some hummus later. Yeah, after a week of eating buffet food on holiday, I love a little like picky bits sort of meal. And I feel like just a big wad of hummus there would really complete the vibe. Not gonna pretend it's the best meal I've ever had. There's a reason the kidney beans were being ignored. I'm way more of a chickpea or a butter bean kind of girl. And that's why you didn't see any of them in the cupboard. Literally, second I get them, they're gone. But yeah, it's good to mix up your beans every once in a while anyway. Just done like 3 hours at the gym. I am exhausted. I haven't been that long in ages. Like last hour was just a bit of yin yoga, but I did like a new aerial class I've not done before, which is kind of like routine, like dance routine / aerial, which was so fun. And then like a circuits class, which was hell. I'm gonna ache so much tomorrow. Honestly, just when I think I've shown you guys everything, there is always something more. I feel like I've got stuff in all around this kitchen. But yeah, I'm gonna make, oh, the light's quite pretty. But yeah, I'm gonna make a chickpea flour omelette this morning, which is pretty high in protein, so it's a good way to start the day. If you want this to taste eggy, you need to use some black salt. Ta-da! I'm so happy with how this has come out. And like having corn in it wasn't really something I would have done if I hadn't already had a tin open. Like I wouldn't have opened a tin of corn for this. But yeah, once I've opened something like that, it just goes into every meal. I'd love a bit of, I might go out and buy yogurt because I'd love a like spread of yogurt in here just to make it a bit wet. Or cream cheese would work really well. Honestly, really suggest making chickpea omelettes. So I got this. It's like gram flour as well, chickpea flour, gram flour, same thing. I got mine at Sainsbury's, but it was in like the world food aisle rather than with the flours. So it can be quite difficult to find, but it's not very expensive. It's very affordable. It's like the price of staple food. I think I got a hole at the bottom and I had to tape it up, but I need to use it in more recipes because it definitely is like sort of like eggy replacement. I think you can use it to make like quiches as well and like little I don't even know what they're called. Like little potatoey, eggy muffins. I have no idea. Been vegan too long. I'm going out for dinner later, so I don't really know what to eat. I really want to make a pasta bake, but I'm really worried I'll just eat a lot of it and ruin my appetite. But I also don't want to eat too little and end up snacking too close to when I have to go. It's a real conundrum, this one. Let's do the pasta bake. I'm gonna do mushrooms, courgette, sweet corn, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs. Yeah, we got this. That's good. Just gonna sort of saute these. Ooh. And I need to boil pasta. I'm also gonna throw in some of the soy protein chunks. Let's go. All looking good. Time to assemble the pasta bake. And some of those breadcrumbs that I need to use up. They're out of date. And we'll give that 20 minutes. So what I managed to use up there was a jar of the mascarpone Hollander Barrett sauce, which by the way is incredible. I've had it a few times, lovely. And some of the breadcrumbs. This sounds a little less full. Also the soy chunks, the pasta, the tin sweet corn. We're on a roll. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, do you know what would have been really nice in this? Like olives. The soy protein chunks felt like a rogue choice at the time, but they've actually turned out very well. And obviously it's nice to add a little bit of protein to a meal. Yeah, they really absorb the flavour of the tomato sauce. That's the thing about those chunks. They're like tofu. It really depends on what you absorb them with. Yeah, I'm trying not to eat too much because it's literally gotten to 3 o'clock. I'm starving, but I don't want to spoil my appetite still. I'm off to Cordon Bleu, like Quad by Cordon Bleu. That's where I'm off to tonight. We're trying out like their little plant-based masterclass and menu. I think it'll be delicious, so I'll be really upset if I've spoilt my appetite. My little homemade cooking. And I've got some really fancy food ahead of me. I don't know what I'm gonna wear yet either. I was thinking about this dress, but it's just so clingy. I don't know if it's like comfortable for going out for a big meal. So I might switch into a bit more of a floaty summer dress. But I like how elegant it looks. So I also went to Sainsbury's to get a little bit of Friday wine. I feel like I'm just too used to the all-inclusive life. Having just come back from holiday, so like I was like, oh yeah, just get a little bit. And then like me and my housemate can have some whilst watching Love Island. I'm like, it's the weekend, we can get through a bottle over a few days. But whilst I was there, I was thinking about buying like baked beans and like butter beans and other stuff like that, and I don't need it. So I'm really glad I'm doing this challenge. Like, sometimes you do need stuff. Like if I run out of veg, I'll definitely go and buy veg. I don't wanna just sit around eating pasta and olive oil. But yeah, when I know I've got so much stuff to get through at home, sure, I love beans on toast. But I don't even have bread in at the moment. Soon I would have had to have bought bread. And then just this whole challenge is going out the window. And yeah, it's just a bit frustrating because I really don't think of myself as someone that's bad with food waste. But when you live in like a shared household like this, and all you have is like a cupboard and a shelf and a fridge, it's so easy to just lose stuff in the stack, like to have everything you ever want to use in the kitchen, especially when you want to eat a varied diet at home. It's such limited space, and it's so easy to end up in that sort of like out of sight, out of mind attitude. And this is why I get so mad that some of my stuff even went out of date. I'm like, all I have is a cupboard. How have I let that happen? But it's also so easily done. So I definitely want to do this challenge every few months, where you just clear out the cupboard, take a look at all the dates, and then just put everything that needs using up urgently on one shelf. Just that awareness really, really helps. Oh, it is so hot today. I'm having a pasta bake. Ah, that was so good though. Really loved it. In Malta, I was having a lot of pasta bakes and like vegetable bakes, stuff like that, and oh, it's so good. I love it. So I filled up my Tupperware, but there is still a little bit left over, so I gotta do what's gotta be done. No, it's good.
So you do get, with this method, you do get quite an intense.
You've got tiny fingers, haven't you? Oh god, do you get a pen down? Or... It's hard, isn't it?
I think it must be not script.
You're wrong-handed.
When you don't, you can leave everything behind. You don't.
Don't know if you can quite tell, but this is the most beautiful rose beetroot. Stunning.
I had some like food off them, like.
Oh, what a fun little evening. I loved our little cookery class. We made stuffed flowers, I think would be the way to describe it. And so we started off with like an hour doing the cookery, and I believe they do have like plant-based cookery courses upstairs, so I'll try and find the link and put that down below, because it was really fun, and apparently those courses do well. I think a lot of people are like, they want help cooking plant-based food, right? And yeah, after we'd done our little cooking, we ate our first course, and then we went upstairs and we had 4 more courses, which was quite a lot. I'm very full, but they were also quite small. It was like their plant-based tasting menu. It was, the first dish was like a beetroot, like a flower beetroot, and I don't know if I got like the best photo of it. I don't know if I filmed everything. It was very overwhelming. I was trying to take photos, videos, talk to people, so I don't know if I managed to grab everything. But yeah, it was a good one. So yeah, very gorgeous food, very tasty food. I just wouldn't say it was the most innovative or experimental, but the dessert in particular, oh my god, so good. I'm not a huge dessert person, I absolutely loved it, and everyone else was going crazy for it too. Yeah, and the risotto. Here's me like trying to be like, oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best thing ever, but it was actually so good. So yeah, if you're looking for a fancy meal out, definitely a place to check out. It is my sister's birthday, but it was also recently Father's Day and my brother-in-law's birthday, so I'm just doing like a little present run before I head over to Surrey to go and celebrate. So that's my plan this morning. I'm also, if it's open, yes it is, I'm going to get a Greggs sausage roll for breakfast.
carrot.
It's lovely.
It's 8 AM and it is already so hot. I'm off to Richmond today. One of my friends had New Year's resolution to do the Capital Ring Walk, which is like, I want to say a 14 segment walk around London. It like started in, Woolwich, I want to say. We do like one a month, sometimes we double it up. And I've only missed 2 segments so far, so I'm going to try and catch up with them some other times of the year. It's really fun, and we're doing that later, but it's going to be so hot and so sweaty. It's like bring extra water, take electrolytes, bring sun cream, all of that. But I'm excited to bring you along to it because I think it's such a lovely little activity to do with your friends. It's nice to have something, it's not like free because you obviously have to get to the first destination and you might have like a coffee or a beer or a wine or whatever at the end of it. But as far as activities go, it is quite as close to free as it gets. And it gets you outside and on a walk, but with a purpose. So I love it. And I'll leave a link down below in case you guys want to take it on because it's like a proper challenge. It's got signposts and everything when you go on the walks. And yeah, today just using up a bit more of my chickpea flour. I spent yesterday at my sister's. That was so lovely, such barbecue weather. And she had these little like Mars bar ice creams from Aldi, which I like bullied her into getting back in January because I had a feeling they'd only be around for January and like there was no point in having these ice cream bars in January. So I was like, if you can get them and save them till the summer, I'll be very grateful. And it was good. So today I put in coconut yogurt with my omelette. I recently found out that Oatly sell in Israel and I don't like that. And I was already avoiding Alpro, so I'm starting to go a bit insane over the vegan dairy products I can have or that I'm happy to support. And I wouldn't say I fully boycott Alpro or Oatly because they are the 2 most popular brands, so sometimes you don't really have choice, but I avoid them. So if there are other options available, I will pick the other option. So I've started using coconut collab. It's definitely got a more coconutty taste, but I like that a lot in the summer. I don't know about the winter. But yeah, I really wanted to mix garlic and bit just so I can mask that taste a little bit and add a bit more of a savoury depth. It's only this week I've started putting tofu in my chickpea omelette. So you get like little flecks of it there. And I'm really enjoying that. Just like a egg omelette, you can just add whatever you want to it.
My mum got me these yesterday for the barbecue, but I had like so much to eat yesterday. So I thought, so I've taken them home. Time to try one now. Oh my God. If words can't describe how hot it is today, I think the state of chocolate can. I'm not normally one for putting chocolate in the fridge, but this might be an exception. Okay, 1 hour until we leave. I'm gonna go have some hydration tablets and a bowl of like fruit and yogurt. Just
refreshing, nice foods to power me through the walk.
I actually bought these. Blingy. Is that not a word you'd use?
As in busy.
Oh, this is so pretty. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I never signed off the other day. I ended up walking like over 20,000 steps in that heat. Oh my god, I was so dead. So I went over to my boyfriend's. We had a little bit of a takeaway, and yeah, that's kind of it for this episode. But I am so keen to do another one. I feel like I've just like barely scratched the surface of like working through my pantry. So definitely a series I'm keen to do. Yeah, god, this has been painful to get out. It is such a heat wave in London right now. I feel like my laptop's like a minute away from catching on fire, but if the video's out late tonight, have mercy. Like, it is hot. No one's got aircon. This was a really fun video, really fun challenge, and excited to catch up with you guys again soon. Bye. Mwah.